Welcome back. Now, South Africa has reopened an inquiry into the killing of 4 anti-apartheid activists. The Cradock Four were murdered while in state police custody in 1985, and it became one of the apartheid era's most notorious crimes. But nearly 4 decades on, the case still remains unsolved. Here's CGTN's Joy Kiruki Juma with more.
Lukhanyo Kalata's search for answers about his father Fort Kalata's death may soon be over, as the case has been reopened by the Justice Ministry for further investigation. Fort and his comrades Matthew Goniwe, Sparum Konto and Sisalo Mahluli were killed by apartheid state police in 1985 while returning home from Port Elizabeth. The families have not rested since the callous killings of their loved ones.
Today I am 42 years old. My father, when I was 3 years old when he was killed, and my whole entire life, yes, I've studied, I've become a journalist, I've gotten married, I've all of that, but the thing that drives me more than anything else has been justice for my father.
After 2 fruitless inquests, the involvement of apartheid police was uncovered during the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The 6 officers who have since died were denied amnesty but were never prosecuted.
It was a complete injustice, particularly from the government of the African National Congress. We understand that prior to 1994, we could not expect the same government that murdered the Cradock Four to hold itself accountable, and give us the justice that we so badly needed. But post-1994 Africa, we would have expected that the murders of the Cradock Four was an issue that was dealt with, within the first 5 years, but it wasn't.
Now Kalata and other families could be one step closer to the truth.
And the whole purpose of this is to ensure that we see justice in its truest sense and get to the bottom of what really transpired. There were apartheid-era inquests, but these were cover-ups. They were never really assisting to get to the bottom of the truth, and no one was ever held accountable.
And my father did not commit any crime. He just fought for my right as a black person to be able to do and say and be whoever God had created me to be. So he was deserving of justice. He remains deserving of justice. And those people that politically interfered and that made these deals, we want them to be exposed.
The Cradock Four case is one of hundreds of horrific tales underpinning the brutality of the apartheid state. The democratic government has reopened around 60 cases, which will hopefully provide answers for many families whose loved ones disappeared